Ladies and gentlemen, we are here live from Düsseldorf to our AGL CSGO finals.
Absolutely. Okay, this is a magnificent time to be here with you. I'm looking forward to this tournament, to this finals, and I can't wait to get action going. We're not alone here.
No, we are not alone here. We have our Felix here on board.
Hello. Yeah, I had to unmute myself for a moment because I wanted to stay silent during the first one. And since last time, so yesterday, I actually was just like holding my breath the entire time before I realized that Discord has a mute button. So not the smartest tool in the shed, but definitely someone who can commentate. So let's go.
Oh, we are happy that you're still alive. Felix! No, not Felix. Florian!
Florian, that's me.
What are you doing here?
I'm here because of you, obviously. Okay, I have a couple of reasons to be here. First of all, because of the Gamescom. I'm currently working at a Gamescom in Cologne, and Düsseldorf is just a Steinwurf away, a throwing stone away. So we decided to, why not doing it together? So we're here today, and it feels like a proper, like I say, desk for us, because we are the desk, the analyzing, we're talking about stuff, we're making stupid jokes, and Felix is the one who's making the right stuff. He's commentating, he gives you all the impressions you need, he makes all the things better that we make it wrong, or I make it wrong, and I drag down Kate because she's sitting next to me.
No, was this wrong? So, but you were at Gamescom, right?
Yes, currently I'm at the Gamescom.
Rene, do you hear this?
Rene.
He was also at Gamescom and made it over here. No, unfortunately, Rene couldn't make it. He still has way too many meetings there at Gamescom representing us here at Accenture Gaming.
Yes.
Although we planned that he would be sitting here as well, but looking at the space right now, we wouldn't know where to fit him in. But
well, I guess we would have found a solution.
Yeah, we always find a solution.
You can just add a PNG somewhere in the stream that is just like his face.
Or we just
very big.
We let him hang down from the ceiling, so it's fine.
Yeah, or it's just like the entire background. So the purplish stuff that we have in the background here of the cameras, it's just Rene's face, and we're in his eyes. That also would work.
Why not? There's so many possibilities.
But guys, we're not here to talk about Rene now.
No,
unfortunately.
Don't
Rene,
let him hear that.
We miss you, Rene. Yes. But we are here to watch the finals. We had 2 very, very exciting days. And but before we jump into talking about the matches, what is AGL?
AGL is the place to be when it comes to Accenture and gaming, and you, Kate, are in charge of this as far as I know it, and you're working with those amazing people like Felix, like Kate, and all the amazing.
You're working
people
with yourself.
behind stage. I'm not here. I'm not from the AGL. I'm representing the AGL during this time, so I'm very happy and honored to be here today and to work with you guys. It's just a pleasure. And yeah, the AGL is I would say an eSports festival for everybody who's into these kind of games, because we have Counter-Strike, we have Rocket League, we have League of Legends, which is the best game in the world, and we have Apex Legends, and so you guys should never miss this because it's so much fun, and we should use this time to thank everybody who is working sleeplessly behind the scenes, because we can't do this here alone, and I guess you know those guys better than I do. So, but from my point of view, thank you.
Let's give them all a round of applause. All the Timo, the Vivian, the Nico, Felix, the entirety, Rene, and of course Ty, Kevin, everyone who's worked on it. You do a great, fantastic job, and I'm very, very happy to have you. And we will rock it over the next 5 weeks, because the AGL is continuing for the next 4 weeks, or in total 5 weeks. This week we start off with Counter-Strike. Then over the next weeks we will have Rocket League, Apex, and League of Legends. So basically we have a team of 5 people who decide who is playing on which tournament part, and together they need to collect points. And then in the end, the team with the most points will win the AGL trophies and many, many other prizes. For example, from Rocket, we have them on board this year again. So you can win a high-end gaming keyboard, headset, and mouse. Definitely something to look forward to.
Absolutely.
But we also have other partners here, for example, Heartbeat. So over the next tournaments, we will see the heartbeat rate of each player playing. So don't forget to sign up players for that. And of course, Master Blaster. Thanks to Master Blaster, we have a great tournament platform where we are hosting all the CSGO matches right now.
Absolutely.
And it's a pleasure to work with them. So
Definitely.
they're also making sure everything is going very smooth and fast in the background. So thank you so much for supporting us and for having you here as well.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to what's up next because we are going to see some Counter-Strike action.
Yes.
And speaking about Counter-Strike, what are you guys looking forward to see tonight?
I'm hyped. I'm hyped for the final. It's gonna be
Obviously.
very great players, very cool strats to see. For example, yesterday on Inferno, the flashbang, when Rialto did those 2 kills, it's that was dope.
I was a little disappointed because I was rooting for the Warriors, but Triple T or Team. No, I was able to properly say the name, Team. And I'm really looking forward to those guys competing in the finals because it was the first team to make it to the grand final with a clean 2-0 victory over their opponents, because I don't think they hate each other in real life. So let's stick it with opponents. But Felix, you've been commentating this the whole day, and the day before, and today you're going to commentating on this as well. So what are you looking forward to the most?
Well, for me, especially as the person commentating, I'm looking forward to amazing plays, of course. So anything that I can hopefully hype up as much as possible, and then hopefully just find out that I predict the wrong thing and it all goes the other way, which makes it more exciting, especially when it comes to comebacks. But also yesterday, we've seen a lot of Inferno on these matches. So I hope that we get to see some other maps as well, because there's quite a lot of maps in the map pool itself. So yeah, I hope we see a bit of variation this time, although we know that for the final, we can probably expect Inferno again, unless it's being voted out before. So let's see. Maybe that's also a strategy to fight against team. And overall, I'm just excited to see, because 2 out of the 3 teams we've seen in the loser bracket that are currently going to dish it out to find out who's going to have to face team again in the finale have already fought them. So I'm excited to see what happened between yesterday and today, what new strategies, new ideas they come up with to hopefully overcome this obstacle this time. We've seen teams in the past in this tournament beating the previous opponent. For example, Mambo number 1 beating the Creeping Cats when they met them again in the losers bracket. So I think nobody's safe to win this tournament yet, and it's all very open. So I'm excited to see it.
We had some great teams playing yesterday too. Like team Frederick.
Sorry.
Yes. But team Frederick Clayton was also a good and strong team. And Flügelhörnchen,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Commando Flügelhörnchen, I guess.
Yes, they were also good. So it's a pleasure to see them playing and also how they prepared. Also the team, Where's My Team Gaming? They actually had some comeback, but then didn't make it in the end. But I heard they were super, super hyped. And then, of course, we have Perplex Pandas. And I'm sure they will make their comeback later in one of the other matches. So it's exciting. It will stay exciting for the next weeks. I can say the teams are on fire. They're practicing. And cool to see the excitement with everyone.
Definitely. And I can't wait to start this whole thing, because it drives me crazy not to know who is going to win this whole thing, because we're going to see a best of 5, as I'm recollecting, in the grand final, right?
No,
a best of 3? Ah, damn. I want to see more Counter-Strike action. We should start a real-life voting right now.
I mean, we already get to say 2 best of 3s, so we're probably going to sit here for a bit. So probably the same time frame as we did yesterday. So let's see how it's going to go. We have a lot of exciting matches to come up.
Yeah, and speaking of matches and teams, I think we should have a look at the bracket.
Definitely.
so that everyone knows who is playing against who.
Definitely. So here, this
Yeah,
is the upper
sorry,
bracket.
Felix.
We can definitely see team already in the finale, as you can see on the far right, and Accenture, who unfortunately didn't overcome team before, still in the loser brackets finale. So definitely waiting for match 59. 59 exactly, to find out who they're going to have to face to have their shot at a rematch against team. Whereas if we go into the loser bracket, we will then see, as you can see right here, a long, hard fought battles here in this loser bracket. But they Smoke, Greater Than Frag, and the Warriors both managed to end up in the second to last match of the lower bracket. And yeah, the Warriors already having their experience against team before. So let's see if they can overcome Smoke, Greater Than Frag, because then we would have both of the teams who fought against team in the finale of the loser bracket. But also, Smoke, Greater Than Frag could be the surprise opponent for team as they do not know them yet. So let's see what's going to happen. We're going to start with match 59. So that's going to be the first one we get to see.
And I heard the Mac pen is ready, but before we check that out, we will see a quick ad from our partner Roccat. And here we are again.
Yeah, and we see Overpass. I think it's Overpass, right? As the map, which will be the last best of one for this tournament. So Smoke, Greater Than Frag versus the Warriors will take place on Overpass. What do you think of this map?
Well, to be honest, it's one of my favorite maps in Counter-Strike, especially when it comes to 5v5. So I'm really looking forward to this, seeing played out on Wingman, because as I mentioned, I've never been so much invested into Wingman, but since I'm here and seeing all those patients about this mode in Counter-Strike, I'm really looking forward to this.
Yeah, Overpass is an interesting map. Not my strongest map, since I'm not playing it that often, but it's a cool map. It's a cool map. And it's cool to see. Like, I remember just last year, like we only had that map.
Yeah.
I mean, some people, I guess, already were so sick and tired of that map.
Yeah, currently everybody's sick and tired of Inferno, to be honest.
I guess for each AGL we have one map that will be played the most. So
yeah, no, but it's a cool map.
Well, at least yesterday we've seen Lake. So.
And I think we are ready to watch the match.
Exactly. So
right
we see
into it.
The knife round has already been finished, from what I can tell. So Smoke, Greater Than Frag picking the CT side to start us off, whereas the Warriors starting off on T side. And we see already both Dust and his teammate Porny making sure they hold their angles well and hold down the B side. Let's see if Bishop can get the plant for some extra money and maybe even to turn the tides in this first round. But sadly gets picked off by Dust, securing Smoke, Greater Than Frag in the their first win of this match.
Yes, you can do it. We believe in you.
Porny, the sexy horse. I don't know. I'm here for bad jokes.
Don't make it worse than yesterday.
Okay.
There's no way to make it worse than yesterday. But I think we can tell by the Molotov that these players are in fact on fire. and it will not be blinded by the smoke of our bad jokes.
Maybe blinded by the sight of the enemy's fire, and we're seeing them here trying to advance on.
Yep, they tried it from 2 different directions, but Porny probably either hearing them step or expecting them to come from through the tunnels.
Yeah, now, they were just having clocks, so it was kind of difficult for them to pick up any of the CT players.
Nice.
Yep, but that is the second round win for Smoke Greater Than Frag.
Absolutely, and you can see it in the utilities. They're using it very good, and now we have 2 AKs on the side of Warriors. Maybe this could be one of the first rounds for the terrorists. So let's see what's going on here, because they CT stick to the SMGs. They proceed through the tunnels, or want to proceed through the tunnels.
Yep, but I think in this map, the AKs might have a bit of an upper hand, unlike in Inferno, where with the A side we have a rather narrow area to play in. Here, the AKs could come quite in handy. And we see Smoke Greater Than Frag pushing down short, but not meeting the opponents as they are going through the tunnels straight to B. So let's see if them sticking together works better than the last round. Okay, the first one is known on B side. Can they capitalize on this information? With Porny picking up both of them for the win. And Smoke Greater Than Frag making sure they are advancing to the final of the lower bracket, but the night is still young, so enough can happen.
Yes, and 3-0 for CT side. And I would say it's easier for CTs to defend their spot instead of attacking it, because you have the high ground, so to speak. So Obi-Wan would be happy about CT positions. But of course you have to try to make a move as from the point of view of the T's. And there you have it. Now with Pony having a AK and making good use of it. But there's still Bishop left. Get some tag on Dust, and Pony is also tagged. Let's see if he can utilize this, but nope. Pony with his AK makes a quick one with the enemies, and so we have Smoke bigger than Frag 4-0, 4-0.
And we have to clearly say, so far they're dominating the opponents. Not a single time that either of the 2 team members has died yet. So no kill on the Warriors side so far. From what I remember, I think Overpass is heavily CT-sided, but this one didn't quite work out for them either. Trying to push a more aggressive approach, definitely a nice idea, especially since I think they saved up money to get some valuable new weapons now. But the push didn't quite help them. Which makes this whole thing a bit more challenging for the Warriors to come back, as now Smoke Greater Than Frag will secure themselves better and better economy so they can buy the great weapons every single round. And it's up to the Warriors to turn this advantage around by winning a couple of rounds and picking up the weapons they get. You see now definitely a more interesting approach, as one of them went through connectors on the Warrior side, but still locked out on short, whereas Fafta also taking his time. After the more aggressive push, now they're trying to play it a bit more safe. Let's see if this works out, but Porny with an unusual positioning. Let's see if this can help, because they would usually expect him to be right on the B side, but as I told, him standing right in that corner saves him the upper hand. And I think so far, apart from 1 kill, Porny has been pretty much dominating the opponents from the start.
That's actually something I'm really interested in. If it's specific to the CT point of play or side of play, that you have the possibility to dominate your opponents in the way they do. Like you see it just here, it's a 7-0-4 Smoke bigger than Frag. And I'm really interested if it's the same way for the Warriors when they change position.
Well, I think so far the Warriors are using rather little utility, at least from what I can tell. Or if so, it's always directly blocked off by by Smoke Greater Than Frag. Sorry, I almost mixed up the names here. So potentially they should stick back for a couple of seconds and push in at a later point in time once Smoke Greater Than Frag has already wasted their utility, to then have a more clear approach. Because evidently trying to go in doesn't help them very much. So maybe a more calm approach could help, as we can see them right now on short, could help them get the advantage if they're not spotted there, because they're very far in and could be seen by smoke greater than frag already. And with Bishop already firing the first shots, but getting the first kill for his team here. But Dust already with a good positioning in the 1v1 and saving a very clear first half for his team, turning this into a match point for smoke greater than frag. So it means the Warriors have to win every single round now in order to stay alive in this matchup. Otherwise, smoke greater than frag advances to the finale of the lower bracket. A very dominant performance we can see here.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, the pistol round last time worked in favor of smoke greater than frag as well. Let's see if this was only due to their positioning on CT side, but Dust already taking out the first one, leaving the numbers advantage to smoke greater than frag. And we see Fafda holding back in what I think is ABC. So let's see if that can help him. I think an unusual spot where nobody has been in this matchup so far. Maybe they don't expect him to be this far in the back. Could leave him to have the upper hand or a surprise moment. But the pressure's on for him as the bomb is placed, and now he is also known. So the 2v1 turning out to be quite challenging for him now. Can he still turn the situation around? And sadly, he cannot, which makes this a clear victory for smoke greater than frag.
Flawless.
Yep. That was a very strong performance.
Yeah, absolutely. Most definitely.
And we will see them again very soon.
Yes, because Kate, against which team are they going to play? I had to do you like this. I'm sorry.
I guess
no. You're doing this.
The next statement is like, okay, we're going to go to an ad.
Accenture.
Exactly.
Accenture. Yeah.
Accenture.
After the third day, we are able.
I'm still not sure if it's Accenture or Accenture.
I give you a word now, right?
Give me a word.
I give you a word now. I actually here.
In the meantime, while you look up for the word, a quick question in the chat, which I'll quickly answer. When starts the AGL stream for Rocket League? It will be next week. Just a quick mention it. And now I won't disturb your
Yeah. So yes, I got a name which was quite difficult for me to pronounce. No.
Kushishachli.
It's Swiss German, right?
Schuhichechli. Schuhichechli. Das ist Schuhichechli. Wenn was anderes behauptet, der who say something else is lying.
Yeah.
Schuhichechli.
I guess we can ask the person later, maybe, to pronounce us the name.
So.
Now we're moving to Austria.
Yeah.
Sorry, Felix, I had to do this. I promised this yesterday to the stream, so...
Yeah, and I will manage to feed Kate with a banana later. So we have to make promises. We have to make sacrifices. Not the way you... Come on! This is like...
You didn't put the banana on the pizza.
Yeah, I did put a banana on the pizza.
Yeah.
But not here.
Not here.
Not here. So, Felix, how's the weather at your side?
I'm going to leave you with this awkward thought.
I came in the right time. Yes, you came in the right time. And coming is the real word we're looking for, because we're coming to see the upper finals, and I'm really looking forward to this, because this was a clean and dominant fashion. The lower bracket finals, this was really clean and dominant statement of smoke bigger than frag. So what can we expect from the final now, Felix?
Well, I'll be looking also quickly into the bracket just to be sure on my side how Accenture was performing before, but I think Accenture was similarly as dominant in some of their matches before in the winners bracket, before they were unfortunately moved to the losers bracket by team. So definitely one of the finalists of the winner bracket that we're going to see here soon, trying to get their revenge on team, which actually kicked them into the lower bracket. And also a very interesting aspect, smoke greater than frag already faced Accenture in round 3 before in the winner bracket. So again, a team that faced each other before, and they actually lost 9-6 there. So Accenture had the upper hand back then. The question is, will they have the upper hand now as well?
Well, that's a question we should find an answer to, I guess.
I mean, Accenture was. I'm doing the best here. Okay? So they were very good as well yesterday. And Smoke Rated and Frags just showed that they are very strong. So I think we're gonna see a very exciting match.
Absolutely.
I'm already getting. Right.
I have no idea what those guys were doing since yesterday, because it seems like they've trained without sleeping at all and eating healthy, clean, and I guess they were running outside. So, if we keep up this mentality and this play style, I don't think I can't see any team which is going to beat them. Even team will have a hard way to beat them.
We had this discussion yesterday in the interview with team. And they are not running before that. They're not working out before that. They smoke.
Well, yes, but it can be like a collision of two worlds, because one team is like training, preparation, and stuff, and the other one is like just chilling, Netflixing, and eating pretzels or something like that. But so I can't wait. I want to see what's going on, what's going to happen. So let's see.
I mean, honestly, judging by any other area of expertise, be it sports or whatever it is else, everyone has their own way of preparing. So for some people, maybe just being in the Netflix and chill can help them relax and have the better, the clearer mind for today. Whereas others just need this intense training right before the day. We heard yesterday from Lerox, one of the team members of Team, that they're actually going to warm up, I think, like 30 minutes before their final match.
Yeah.
So for them, it's definitely an advantage to train before. Whereas for me personally, I know that my games usually are better when they're the first one of the day, and I just haven't played it all before. Just the magic first try, as it's usually called. So maybe that will also be an advantage that someone can capitalize on. Maybe Lerox's teammate Raya will do that. Who knows?
While smoking.
While smoking, yes. Playing with one hand and one foot.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if you're ready for the next match.
Absolutely. Do we have the pick and ban already? Let's check for that.
Okay. We don't yet. The teams still have to decide. So I think in that moment we can switch over to a quick break, and we'll be back once the map pick is ready, so that you can be excited for the first best of 3 and the final of the loser bracket.
So stay tuned, guys.
Get ready.
Don't go anywhere.
No. Hello!
The metal guy is
Hello.
here.
The metal guy. How are you?
I'm fine.
That's good. How do you like the tournament so far?
No, the tournament is very good. It's not the fourth that I play in my life, in my gaming life, because I play every day a game like CSGO, Valorant, Rocket League. So it's not the fourth, but this is very important for me because I work on Accenture. So it's very fantastic to participate on a tournament that my company organize. It's very funny, all the match.
And tell us a little bit about your previous matches. How were the opponents? How did you feel in the match?
Yeah, the opponents were good. Not all, because we won 9-0 maybe some match, but 2 or 3 match we need to focus on the match, because it's not simple to play against player that maybe play this game every day, because I don't play CSGO usually. I play my main game is Valorant, so it's like CSGO, but it's not the same. But all the match were funny. Also the 9-0, but this is the game.
Oh, I have to ask you one more question.
No, you don't.
I do.
No, you don't.
You as
you don't.
As an Italian. You as an Italian. How do you like banana on pizza?
Banana on pizza? Oh my god, guys, please. I need to go out. Bye. Hello.
Bye. See you in the next match.
You guys don't know what's good. I told you before, it's not you putting banana on cheese.
I only heard ananas.
Now
you also the banana, okay?
You put the banana on kayak, which is coconut jam, and then it tastes not even like pizza. It's just called pizza because of the round shape and stuff. But it's more like a sweet. It's like a sweet pastry.
You know he's fighting for the banana. Yeah,
I'm allergic to banana, so
don't worry. Soon, thanks to him, you will have banana pizza on Italian menus. So good job.
No. My grandmother is from Sicilia, from near Corleone, so I have to make pizza when I do pizza myself. I do a Napolitan, like with mozzarella, with tomatoes and some basil, and that's it. So this is what the most time of the pizza I'm doing. But the coconut jam banana pizza pastry is amazing, and I don't let this taken away from me. So goodbye.
Not signed by an Italian. Well, thank you, Iron.
Thank you very much.
And enjoy.
Have a nice day. Enjoy.
Have a nice day.
See you.
See ya.
Through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll does perfect even mean? Is there even such a thing? Ooh, can we switch up all the rules and imagine a utopia? Darling, I'm just so fed up with these expectations. They keep weighing me down. My heart is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm gonna live inside the...
And we are here again.
We are here again.
Well, not with a banana pizza.
Not with a banana pizza, but you have brought something else with you, right?
Yes, I have something else. Actually, for you guys. We are having a raffle. So basically, you can participate. So spam the chat. And at some point, I can do this twice today, again. I can click on the roulette button, and then one of you guys is lucky and is getting a gift. So participate. I guess in about an hour, I'll click on the button, and then we'll see who will win it today.
Absolutely, and don't be afraid. It's not going on a pizza date with me and bananas. So you should really participate. Right, Felix?
Let's stop talking about bananas. You asked
Exactly.
me yesterday what my most favorite sweets are, right?
Yes.
It's actually do you know this liquid? No, the liquid chocolate cake. Like the chocolate
lava
cake, the lava cake, yeah.
The lava cake. Okay.
and then you put like a scoop of vanilla ice cream. And that's my most favorite one.
Should I tell you a secret?
Uh-huh.
Shall I tell you a secret and please don't tell the chat? Felix, please come closer. Come closer. I don't like chocolate.
I'm having some safety distance here.
I don't like chocolate.
Good, then it's all for me.
I don't like chocolate. Every time when I'm with my girlfriend, she's like, "Do you want this? No, is it chocolate? No, I don't want it." So everybody in my, all my friends, they always got chocolate from me from Christmas because once I told my brother even, "Hey, I don't like chocolate," and what did he give me as a present on Christmas? 1.5 kilo of chocolate. 1.5 kilo of chocolate. I was like, okay, cool, here.
Honestly, that's the cliche brother thing to do. So,
but it's 1.5 kilo.
He wanted that for himself, so it was a gift that he gave to you. But since you can't eat it, he has it for himself. Win-win.
True.
Let's go back to CSGO.
Is there a chocolate map?
No, there is not.
Unfortunately, there isn't. Just before short interruption, before we jump back, thank you very much again to Iron. Your interview was perfect. On the spot, don't worry. We're very happy to have you.
Yes, of course. Can't really make mistakes. Huh? It's all about having fun here. And having fun in the tournament as well.
Absolutely.
Now let's go back to CS. We have enough cooking sessions now.
Yes, definitely. So we just heard the map pick is ready. So I think let's take a look at which maps will be played in the best of 3. So we see here
Inferno. I know it's not.
No, Inferno has been kicked out by Smoke Greater Than Frag again. So we will see the start once again, similar to the winners bracket finale, which we saw yesterday as the finale with Vertigo, picked by Accenture once again. Hopefully it goes better for them this time than it did yesterday. Then a very new map, which I sadly don't know the name of, picked by Smoke Greater Than Frag. And the decider will be in Overpass again, which we've just seen Smoke Greater Than Frag being really good at. So I think, judging by the performance from Smoke Greater Than Frag, Accenture should hope to win this in 2 rounds, or else they will face a very tough opponent on a map that they are warm with now. What do you think about the map picks?
I'm really interested. I actually wanted to say before we jumped into the first game today, I wanted to say that I'm really into Vertigo because it was like a really interesting map yesterday because from both point of views, you had many approaches you can go with, but it's better matched, for example, or better balance for both teams. So I'm really looking into Vertigo, but I have no idea what the second map is, to be honest.
Is it?
And I just saw the chat. I see in the chat it's called Rialto, and also for Vivi in the chat, I think the Venice map you mean is the second map. So you will see the map that you've been waiting for since yesterday, from what I can tell. You will see this one today. Because we definitely have to go for at least 2 rounds. The deciders only in case it's 1-1 in the best of 3. But whoever wins the first 2 rounds whoever wins 2 rounds the fastest will advance to face team in the finale.
Yay!
I can't wait.
Yeah, I also can't wait. I'm actually super hyped. But yeah. Well, Felix, what are your expectations for this game? I mean,
I think that Accenture will most definitely have trained on Vertigo since yesterday, so I will assume that Vertigo will be more in their favor. Rialto being more or less the unwritten page of this entire tournament so far, as we have not seen it at all. But judging that Smoke Greater Than Frag picked it, they'll probably be hoping for an upper hand here, so I'm excited to see how this is going to go. And if it makes it into the decider, I think the advantage will most definitely be on Smoke Greater Than Frag's side, simply because we've seen their dominant performance in the last match we've just watched. So I can only imagine that they're hoping it goes into the decider and that they, in case they lose on Vertigo, can bring it back on this decider map.
Yeah, and as we've seen so far, Overpass can be a very one-sided map, but let's see how it goes in this matchup, if we're going to see this kind of game.
Definitely. And I see also a lot of... I think we can go into the match. So
yes, nice.
And there we see Silgaro again. who was quite dominant yesterday towards team, but then they turned it around.
Yesterday, I think not quite the performance he was hoping for in regards to Vertigo, but this time both of Accenture's teammates taking a bit of their time, whereas Smoke and Frag sticks to the B spot, but already heard the shot in mid, so already knowing where they're going to come from. You see the first encounters. Who will win the pistol round will definitely give a little morale boost for how it's going to go later on in this match. We'll definitely see both teams more careful, trying to not give away too much and trying to not run in. But the first headshot by Porny, can he also pick up the second one? It's all on Zilgoro this time. Can he redeem himself from last day's match? Definitely both of them not trying to stay out in the open too many times. The first headshot by Zilgoro, and the second one turning it around for his team and winning the first round of this match. Definitely see them again in the favorite map that they are. I don't know if they won the knife round and also have the favorite side on T side, but so far trying to make sure that they actually, well, stay ahead as far as I can tell, to make sure that they have the upper hand.
And it's a super interesting outcome for the first round, because Accenture did what the Warriors weren't able to. They took one map away from Smoke bigger than Frag. So this is everything we need for a very, very interesting and especially very tense matchup.
I think also here a very interesting positioning by Smoke Greater and Frag, always very close to the ramp leading up to B. I think that is something that Accenture so far hasn't been expecting too much, but maybe now that they've witnessed them play this for 2 rounds, maybe they can start picking up on it and turn this one around on themselves, because they're usually pushing quite far towards the T spawn. So maybe this information can also turn the tides in Accenture's advantage. You see Menke trying to go the lower route this time, maybe actually picking up on what I just said. So let's see if they can actually make use of this. But I think Porny already expecting one of them directly in the B ramp spot, as he's holding that angle quite tight, making sure that Menke cannot push onto it. Here Zilgoro facing off against Dust, taking a lot of damage, but at least getting away with his life. Maybe being able to regroup with his friend now on B spot.
That deal didn't connect, unfortunately.
Yeah, with the Deagle, it's very important to get ahead. The first shot is important. After that, to have pretty much an issue of aiming it straight. Menke being picked off, and Zilgoro with only 6 HP, having to take on 2 team members at the same time now, and won't take this home for his team so far, leaving Smoke Greater than Frag in the lead for now.
Zilgoro yesterday was playing super strong on the T side, so let's see if they will pull off the same thing as yesterday.
We see both Zilgoro and Menke both going for the Deagle again, so another eco round, I would say, trying to save up money to get better weapons in the next round. But still, the Deagle not a bad weapon, so it could still be a round they can win. Although I think the weapons advantage definitely on the side of Smoke Greater than Frag. And I think they've heard them, because both of them are regrouping directly here. A bit of friendly fire, but it doesn't matter, as they are taking home this round as well. And one of them taking a Deagle as a present for himself. Maybe he can make use of it in the following rounds. So far, after a not so strong pistol round, Smoke Greater and Frag turning this game a bit into their favor for now. As we've learned so far, nothing is decided with only a 2-point lead, but definitely showing a bit of a tendency here.
To be honest, in the round before that, which led up to Smoke bigger than Frag's third win, it felt like Accenture were sitting ducks over there in the corner, because they're just being picked up one by one. So yeah, And it's still, again, MK here with a big damage taken from Dust or Porty, because I didn't see it correctly. But yeah, it always feels like that Smoke bigger than Frag is heavily more advanced in advantage than Accenture.
And I think a big point that now Smoke Rate and Frag seems to be expecting, but Accenture is not doing, and maybe it's a strategy they can try to employ in the future rounds, is to try and rotate as well, because now Smoke Rate and Frag expected them to go the other way as they've been quiet on mid, whereas Accenture seems to commit so far to one route and goes this one directly without switching up the strategy. We see a nice trade here by Menke, but Dust staying behind and picking him off from the distance, extending the lead once again.
And now having the AK, which is, especially when it comes to the first shot of a magazine, very accurate. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, indeed.
Yeah, so this is why everybody... Actually, I have to be honest, I like the M4 much more than the AK, especially when it comes to long distance shots with the silencer, and you can connect the shots, which makes it not very obvious where you're shooting from. But yeah, when it comes to accuracy, it's just really interesting that the AK is so much better, especially when the first shot of the magazine.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and this accuracy problem especially applies to the Deagle as well. So Deagle definitely requires a steady hand or a bit of time between each shot, otherwise you'll probably have a hard time hitting your targets. And now Zilgar and Menke once again committing to the lower side, but being expected here by Dust right away, giving this information, of course, to his teammate who is now joining him in this 1v2.
And
once again,
about accuracy.
once again picking up the round win here. So we definitely see once again Smoke Rate and Frag playing themselves into a bit of a rush, having decent amount of money as well, while also having quite the lead. So they usually need a few rounds, I guess, but they are trying to give a similarly dominant performance as they did in the semifinals. So let's see if this one will help them win this first match in the best of 3 and put them in the match point spot for the remaining potentially 2 maps that we get to see in this best of 3. Because so far, nothing will be lost after this first match, but it's definitely important to put this one on your own side, to win this one for your own team. Because if you don't, you're going to be the person that has to push to win both matches and cannot allow too many mistakes. Otherwise, you're out of the tournament. You see now with a lot of utility, but staying very far behind with only 30 seconds on the clock, they will have to move quite fast if they want to get a bomb plant or anything down. But Porny once again expecting both of them. And Zilgar with only 7 HP now having to take care of both of his opponents. He has the bomb, but he doesn't have the numbers advantage, which cost him this round.
Yeah,
sadly.
This was a really good usage of the high ground from Dust. So whatever Accenture is trying, it feels like Smoke bigger than Frag has always the perfect answer.
They definitely have a very great positioning. Also in the last match, we've seen this one. Because what they're so far doing is once they start to hold down the site, they're never in the same spot, but holding down the same angles. So they always wait their time and make sure that they have the same area covered, but not from the same angles, to make sure that they're not picked off both at the same time. Definitely an advantage on their side in terms of positioning. Zilgar now trying out the op for this last round. After that, anyways, the money will be reset. So we see Accenture going all out with their buys. But now since Porny pushed the entire way through to maybe ambush them from behind, a very interesting strategy. Dust can be really sure that nobody comes from behind and assassinates him. And a very nice positioning, taking over this win and putting them in a very, very comfortable spot for the second half on T side.
Yeah, this was really nice flanking, to be honest. I haven't seen this coming because I was focusing what is Dust doing, and then Porny comes from the back and just zaps them into the next round, or the side switch.
Exactly, and so far, unfortunately, once again, the chosen map by Accenture not working out in their favor. Maybe playing on Vertigo wasn't their best choice. Now the pistol round A nice trade by Menke here, making sure to pick off at least one of them, leaving his teammate to only have to take care of one of the opponents. As I'm trying to cover up that I misspelled the who did the trade, because normally the trade is from Porny's side and not Menke's side.
So let's see for whom the belt holds in this round.
Yep, and here we see the strategy that I've been missing a lot on Accenture's side. Porny rotating as well, so trying a different angle to approach the side. But he can see, Zilgar is expecting his head to pop out right here, as he does right now. Can't get the shots to connect, and Porny with the headshot, giving them the match point for this entire match.
Right. Very well played by Porny. And yeah, as you mentioned, rotation is key, especially when it comes to wingman. And yeah, we saw it in the round before, last round of before the side switch, and we see now. So I think whoever is going to play around about the title in this tournament has to utilize the possibility of rotating.
Definitely. We see both Accenture with shotguns, so a very close up and rushing approach. A different strategy, maybe it can work in their favor, and it does.
Nice.
So we see a switch up in strategy in terms of defending. Maybe this was the right choice and can lead to a potential comeback as well.
Really nice play, but I have to keep it up because otherwise this thing is done and gone. So MK and his teammate Zilgaro have to play as concentrated as it did the last round.
Exactly. No room for error here because the match point is on Smoke Rate side. And now turning their strategy around on themselves by looping back and hitting them from the back. And similarly how Porny won it before. But now dropping the shotguns on the CT side, whereas Smoke Rate and Frag going for an eco round with 2 deagles to hopefully have better weapons than in the next round. Menke picking up dust right here. And his teammate Porny staying quite far behind, still in the spawn area, and taking his time to make sure he doesn't run into another shot similar to his teammate. It's definitely a more calm approach by both sides, as we can see Accenture trying to hold down both angles, as with all this time passing, they have no indication where he might come from. So Porny also having no utility. So unless Porny steps, they will have no idea where he will come from unless he becomes visible to either of the players. And Porny also sneaking to make sure he doesn't take any steps, going the extra mile to not go through heaven, but actually through the CT spawn to try and pick off a potential team member of Accenture, only having 30 seconds left on the clock. So pressured by the time here. And Accenture definitely holding down the ground fairly well. Winning 3 rounds in a row, a potential comeback in place, although Smoke Rage and the Frag now has the good weapons as well due to their eco round from before, and we see them both on 0 money. They're going all out for this one to try and bring it home and not spend too much time losing rounds against this team. And a very nice frag here by Zilgaro, making sure to hit both team members quite well. Porny even down below his down to half-life, but picking off Menke, giving them the numbers advantage. Can they use this to turn around this match and win it for them?
What will Zilgaro do now?
Well, he's definitely pressured, and he doesn't have to get this. He can't let this get to his head.
Will he see?
He's seen one of them, and he stays calm and takes on both of them.
Nice.
Good spray there.
I guess he's warmed up now.
It sure seems like it. Maybe trying to lull their enemy into a false sense of security to try and turn it around on this side. But once again, since they paid a lot of money, they are now forced, Smoke Rate and Frag now forced again into an eco. But picking up Menke once again and now having the AK, giving it to Dust as he has probably more health or can deal better with an AK or can use the AK to his advantage. Zilgaro kind of expecting a rotate as Smoke Rate and Frag taking their time, trying to also see if stacking on top of each other can help. I see that I jinxed it. Well, we shouldn't speak too soon. They still have the numbers advantage, so let's see.
Ooh.
Zilgaro's holding down the spot, getting Porny, leaving it to a 1v1.
Oh.
Throwing a frag that connects as well, and once again winning it. And we can see it here lasting 4 consecutive rounds without dying. So very, very good from his side. I also see that I sound robotic from time to time, so I'm sorry for that one. My internet doesn't seem to like this streaming today, but I'll still try to overcome this obstacle as much as possible. As you can see, Porny now trying a very aggressive approach already on site, as opposed to the very calm approach of the first round, and a nice trade, I think. And Accenture still picking up the round, and this is the decider. It could be a tie leading to a first overtime on stream, unless Smoke Rater and Frag brings this one home for themselves.
Really nice. And it's all possible due to the winning the first round, or the second round against Smoke, bigger than Frag, while they've been on the different side of it.
Yes, definitely. So we see the CT side in favor, and Zilgaro even pulling out the op for this specific round. Can they make the comeback? Now splitting up Menke, pushing quite far into mid. Let's hope that this this is not a mistake to do, because we've seen aggressive behavior so far, not leading out to a preferred outcome by either of the teams. Menke seeming to have heard someone in this area, but in mid, but retreating back to make sure that that he is together with his teammate and not pushing too far in, holding a very nice angle here, which will be very hard to hit.
They have to approach now, because
but Smoke Wraith in fact picking up Menke up top. Now it's up to Zilgaro, even while Flash getting dust picking him out of the sky. Can he also get the second teammate, leading us to the overtime, or will Porny win this for his team?
Porny can do that.
We see him being very careful, not running into the op, and winning it for his team, leaving Smoke Rater and Frag with the 1-0 against the Accenture.
Really nice game. But if I would have been CT, I would have sit it out. I would just run away, because they could have planted a bomb within 5 seconds. So that's what would have done.
Yeah, definitely. But we saw a great comeback from them. And I think so far, props to both teams. We can expect a very exciting match coming up. And yeah, let's see. The next map is even picked by Smoke Rater and Frag. So the ones that already had a very great first half now also have the favorite map that they wanted. And I think Rialto, not that common of a map to be played, so maybe this can be the advantage for their team in order to, well, have the surprise by a map that might be unknown to their teammates or not that well known. What do you think about this map?
Let's see how they play. I mean, the team Smoke Rater and Frag pulled off quite strong gameplays today, very well, already in the best of 1 we saw today. And now as well. So I'm curious. I think they really want to come back to the upper bracket. I want to light up some fire for team.
But as we've seen, Accenture was able to compete with this, and in the end, it was just from my point of view, I would say a mistake, because I wouldn't stick to the AWP. I would have gone with the pistol in this case, because on the other hand, if you miss with the AWP, and you will Dust or Porny make sure that they will get you with the AK. So, but still, very close one, very interesting game. I would say it was the most intense game I've seen in the last 2 days, the day counting. So, yeah, I can't wait for the next round.
Definitely. And also a quick point to Smoke Rater and Frag. They are the only team that team has not faced so far. So might even have the surprise advantage on this side, since they don't know who to expect. With Accenture, they already had their fair share on the winner bracket finale. So Smoke Rate and Frag, an unknown competitor to team. So it could help them.
But before we jump to the next map, I think I need to click the roulette button, huh?
It's time to raffle buffle.
Definitely.
Oh, this time I'm sitting here so I can...
Do you want to do it?
No,
you do it.
Okay, let me do it.
You do it.
Let me push the button. Which
you
button I
need
push?
to hear
This
right
one?
that, yes.
Okay, people, get ready.
3.
Some hype in the chat. Okay,
3,
2,
2,
12.
1.
Roll it.
Fly so high.
Fly so high. Congratulations on whatever you can get from Kate. I think she's the person who can tell you better.
It's gonna be a
So yes, as yesterday as well, make sure to ping Kate now on Discord and you will align with her what your price is going to be.
Fly so high, you win. You won. You've won.
Yeah. Well,
I've been your lottery fairy. So thank me. I will send you my address, or
you can get some pizza. With
yes, you can send me some pizza. So yeah, but enjoy whatever you're getting, because I have no idea. I will just cheer you on. So congratulations.
I also see, Shino, you wanted to win. Well, this is not the only pick we're going to do. So there's still, throughout the AGL, a fair amount of opportunities for you to win if you continue watching and participate in the raffle.
Exactly.
Absolutely. So, my dearest friends, which map are we going to see now?
I think it's Rialto.
Rialto, please.
Yes. We want to see some Rialto.
Let's check. The match is ready, that is, of course.
Let's check with the editor's room. Are we ready?
Well,
we're not ready.
The teams are getting ready. Have you guys actually played on Rialto?
No, I haven't heard about this map at all.
No?
No.
It's actually quite a funny map. I think, Felix, we played it quite often, right?
I played it a couple of times on Rialto so far. It's an interesting map, let's put it this way. I'm not sure if I like it, but it's definitely a map that is visually the most appealing out of the ones we have here in the pool today. So definitely looks quite nice, but has a lot of corners and corridors, which definitely lead to 1v1 or 1v2 situations that can be quite interesting.
As you beautiful people know, League of Legends, I play League of Legends, the best game of the world. Stop looking at the camera.
To be discussed.
So no, actually the only maps I'm playing is currently I'm really bad, so I play only the ones who are in the pool. So like Mirage, Nuke, Inferno, these kind of stuff. But Rialto, I guess, I don't know. Was it able to be played in Counter-Strike Source? Felix?
I'm not sure right now.
I have no idea. I started with CSGO, so
Alexa,
I don't know if
was
it was
Rialto being played in Counter-Strike Source?
Yeah, you can't find an Alexa here.
Yeah. Okay. So then I can't.
I guess you have to Google it in a break,
I think it
and
was
then we
one
can
of
tell
the
you.
newer maps on CSGO. But let's check. Let's Google.
I will Google it for you guys, because this is what I'm doing. I'm a physical human being Alexa for you guys.
Okay.
Oh, in the meantime, while our physical Flori Alexa is trying to make sure to find the information, maybe a quick point of advertisement as well, because as you've probably known by the schedule, there is one break week. So there's 1 week where no AGL stream is happening. That does not mean that we don't have streams here live on Twitch. So you can still see Elden Ring, Pokemon, Apex, and Code Vein all being played in that very week. So make sure to turn into this one, because even though we don't have an AGL tournament day, you can still see me or Moo in the chat, for example, try to do our very best at those games and commentating at the same time. So also quite interesting style, because there we play actually while commentating as well, instead of just being here in our nice comfortable chairs and just talking about other people doing the entire work for us.
So thank you very much, Felix. And now I have some information for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Rialto is a map which was introduced to Counter-Strike through Wingman with Counter-Strike Global Offensive. And it's also a map in Overwatch.
Oh,
You can play a map on Overwatch, which is also called Rialto. And fun fact, currently I'm staying at Kate's place, and next to this place is a pizzeria, a pizza place, which is called Rialto Grill.
You just want to have another pizza to...
Yeah, I just Googled Rialto.
I think before we go into the pizza discussion, the match is ready. So I think let's move into this one before we talk more about pizza. As we're already in the first round that we see the pistol round won by Smoke, and Frag already. So maybe trying to pick up on the dominant performance they had before. Once again, Smoke, and Frag starting on the CT side, whereas Accenture starts on the T side. So the same starting points that we had before. And yes, once again, the quick point, the raffle is here, so there's still enough chances to win something today. And we see already Smoke, and Frag down one team member, but Menke also losing most of his life. So yeah, let's see. The numbers advantage definitely on Accenture's side, but can they turn around? They have Porny visible now, but Porny also knows where to expect Zilgaro from, to using this to his advantage to win also the second round for him. And now them having probably the money advantage, but I see also Accenture with quite a lot of money. But seemingly, I spoke too soon. They're not going for an eco, instead going for the AKs. But we see a very, very close round. So a close map, I mean. So definitely something where SMGs, as we saw, can come in handy, with Accenture being picked up once again in this, so far, quite dominant performance by Smoke, and Frag. But it's only the first 3 rounds, so everything is still open, as we've seen in the previous match. But once again, Smoke, and Frag staying true to their name by making sure to use a lot of smokes to clear up any, or to cover up any visual side, and then trying to approach the opposing team as they try to push through the smoke or take on the only routes that are still open and not smoked off. And so far, this is working quite well for Smoke, and Frag. Seems that they've practiced this map quite well, or it's a very CT-sided map. We will see that soon. And Zilgaro trying to take a page out of the book of Smoke, and Frag, using a smoke against them. But it's their home playing field, judging by their name, so I guess that didn't work in his favor. Now the bomb in the middle, but already on the bomb spot. Could be a potential point for time pressure, but we see them on the map. We can see them to the left, trying to... Now we can also see them here. And Menke taking up the first win for his team, getting Accenture on the board with 1 point. Yeah, in this version, in the Wingman version, we unfortunately don't see that much of the Venice vibe. It's mainly just the commonly known bridge. But I hope that for everyone in the chat, they still have it. And Dust already picking up one of Accenture's teammates, and now giving the numbers advantage to Smoke, and Frag. And we see them retreat quite far, an unusual strategy that we haven't seen so far yet, all the way back to their spawn. But it seems to work in their favor, as Menke tried to push them.
They're strong. But maybe once they switch sides, maybe we see a little bit of a comeback again like last match.
Definitely the case. So it's still to be decided if this map is just very CT-sided, or if Smoke, and Frag really picked here a map that they played and know inside out. Once again, with the first frag by Dust here, leaving Zilgaro to try and have to do this 1-on-2 and now 1-on-1. And a very interesting point to point out here in this match is we have the same area, but 2 levels of playing with both the rooftops and the streets. So it's always the question, if you hear steps, are they on top or are they below? Zilgaro winning the round for his team as we're approaching the last round of the first half. And now, definitely Smoke Rate and Frag probably going to try to win this to also put more pressure on Accenture and only having to win a few rounds on T side. And Accenture taking a quite unusual route, going all the way to the right side, trying to pick them off from the sides. But unfortunately for them, Smoke Rate and Frag being on the exact opposite side and protected by the buildings. And now, of course, knowing, thus giving the information or also taking it on by himself, giving them the 6-2 in the first half.
Really interesting map so far. And as it seems, Smoke bigger than a Frag. Of course, they are winning here, as the results stating. But Accenture showed some potential. And now we will see if it's true that what Kate mentioned before, if it's a T-heavy-sided map, or if Accenture is able to come back here. And, well, I didn't
and he's
say
so
anything.
far using the high ground strategy and making sure that they keep themselves alive in this match, with the pistol round at least. So let's see if this is going to continue.
Come on, guys, we want to see a third map.
I want to see overtime tonight. I want to see an overtime because I haven't seen an overtime yet on stream.
Well, guys, you heard it. Make an overtime.
Please.
Okay, Porny here picking up on the information that one of them is in fact on the rooftops. Zilgaro probably realizing that he has been spotted, going down to the streets as
Nice
as the team Smoke Rate and Frag sticking very far behind, not trying to push it too close. A strategy I think we haven't seen so far in this match. So they've been very quick to be near the bomb spot. So let's see if this turns out in their favor. Very nice reaction here by Porny, picking him up. But of course, this information now known to Zilgaro, who is waiting on the rooftops to try and swoop down on the opposing team. Which now, of course, is also an information for Porny, but it doesn't matter. Zilgaro still takes a round for his team. Close to tying the score. Only 2 more rounds remain.
Well played. Very well played for the Accenture, using the sound to determine where their opponents are and then utilize on that. And yeah, 4 rounds for Accenture going against Smoke. Bigger than Frag with 6 in their pockets. So let's see what's going to happen in this round, because as it seems, it's a very nice matchup, and he's just standing there but no falling down. So
and here we see Smoke Rate and Frag making sure that they win the first match of their first round of the second half. And also an interesting point that we had to point out here, they realized rather quickly that staying far behind didn't work out in their favor, and now we can see them more aggressively pushing rather quickly onto the side, already spotting one of the opposing team up top. Can they use this information? Getting a few hits on Menke so far. And expecting him to go through to the side to try and flank them. And now it's the question, can they use once again the numbers advantage? Zilgaro only having a pistol against 2 AKs, which doesn't necessarily have to mean everything, but definitely the gun advantage on the side in favor of Smoke Rate and Frag. If they win this round, it would lead them to have the match point. Once again, putting pressure, as we can see right now, on Accenture, who now definitely has to win every single round, because otherwise Smoke Rate and Frag moves on into the finale. So now the pressure is most definitely on. No mistakes allowed for Accenture. Can they turn this around as they did last time? Or will Smoke Rate and Frag advance to the finale of CSGO? Dust here with the opening kill. Can they also get Zilgaro, who now has a better weapon than the last matchup? Still not the better weapon as opposed to the 2 AKs, but trying to position himself fairly well, using the cover to his advantage while trying to look for the feet, and even more pressure on Zilgaro's side, as now he only has 40 seconds left. And Smoke Rate and Frag staying behind, trying to pick him off as he's trying to defuse the bomb potentially, because he is the one running out of time now. And if either of the other team members is still alive, he can most definitely be picked off, and using the molly as a distraction, picking up Zilgaro, leaving Smoke Greater than Frag with the 2-0 win, leaving them into the finale.
EGG.
So we have the finalists now, right?
Yes, we do. It's Team versus Smoke Greater than Frag, but we definitely have to say very great performance by both teams here also in this second to last match of this tournament. Both teams definitely showing that they had earned their spot in this, let's say, semi-finale or finale of the loser bracket. But Smoke Greater and Frag coming up on the upper hand, and now also with two encounters being played, they have the upper hand, or they are warmed up so far, whereas Team for today might not even have played a single match. We heard from Larox he's preparing, but do you think this warm-up is an advantage for Smoke Greater than Frag, or do you think Team can compensate for this?
I mean, let's see, right? Maybe they're warming up already. We don't know. But could be that maybe the warm-up is an advantage, but we still have some time until the final match is starting, so maybe they are cooling down now. You also have this like huge hype, right? The adrenaline kicking in, and then you calm down, and then it takes some time until you're back in.
This is actually something which we are always discussing when we are on our broadcasting, because what is more advantage to you? Is it easier for you when you just played to go straight into the grand final, or is it easier for you when you rested and you haven't played to go into great final? Because on the other hand, of course, you could be tired or exhausted from playing before the grand final. On the other hand, you are in the zone. You just won a game. You can use the momentum to go straight into the grand final. Or is it more disadvantage for you that you have to battle against not only an opponent, but you also have to battle against fatigue? And so this is also always a discussion I have with my commentators, with my hosts, with my colleagues, because I can't really find a clear answer to this. It's always depending on the teams itself. For example, if Cloud9 goes into the overtime and coming back from the overtime into winning a match and then going in the grand final of the Major 2018 and winning the whole major thing in overtime around 1:00 or so, was it an advantage for them to go directly from one match to the final, or is it? I don't know. It's really a discussion we could, I guess, talk for days.
I think it also depends on your personality, right?
Yeah, that's the style of play, for example.
How confident you are. So some people, they really need their warm up, and I think also all the pro players need their warm up. They do warm up.
Yeah, we do. Of course, they do. But what I mean is, we have now Frog, Smoke Bigger Than Frag, coming from 2 matches they've done into the grand final. They are in the zone, so to speak. They've played games today. They won. They could use the momentum to go into the grand final. And then you have teams like their opponents.
Team.
Okay. Sorry, I forgot triple T. Which were able to rest more, to focus more on their well-being. So, Felix, what is your take on this?
It's certainly focusing on their well-being.
Smoking and eating.
I think so far they most definitely had played themselves into a bit of a rush, I would say. So I think Smoke Greater and Frag will probably try to keep this up for the moment. And yeah, I'm excited to see if Team has actually been in the chat observing these rounds, because technically they could have watched this. They could have seen how Smoke Greater and Frag usually behaves. And yeah, it's going to be quite interesting to see if they have any information from these streams right here, or otherwise if they're going in not knowing their opponents at all so far.
But one thing we know for sure is both teams want to win.
Absolutely.
Which makes it even more exciting. Both teams have they're very strong players on both sides. I think in the interview we can find out how many hours the other team has played, which would interest me a lot. But we can see both teams want to win. Both teams are very strong players, so I think we are going to see a very thrilling final. And I hope we will see 3 maps.
Absolutely.
I really hope so.
Absolutely. And I'm looking forward to not seeing Inferno again.
I think we will see Inferno again.
Well, it depends on if Smoke Raider and Frag picked up of yesterday's performance of Team on Inferno and decides to ban it in the first steps to make sure that whatever they do not get Inferno. We've seen Smoke Raider and Frag do this in the loser bracket finale, so maybe they will do this as well, locking Team out of their favorite map.
Yeah, but I think they really need to have their strats. I think they need their util, and one important thing to play together as a team. What team showed yesterday, and also Smoke's greater than Frags today.
Well, what both teams have more than enough by now, I would say, is intel, because both teams have played through the whole tournament up to the grand final. Both teams being watched by the other team now, and I guess it will be the most interesting thing to see how to utilize the knowledge about your opponents. Because are you rotating? Are you not rotating? Are you playing single strats, or are you going in duos? How are you handle a situation where you outnumber 2 against 1, or how do you handle a situation 2 against 1 on the other way around? So this is something I'm really looking forward to see from both sides of teams, because they should use every single information they can get from your opponents to make it and to break their opponents.
And you need to make sure that your game sense is on point.
Absolutely, absolutely. We do not talk about
what they will
that.
Need.
Should be
That's what they
mandatory.
need today. Okay. But before we continue talking about or predicting the future here, I think we need a crystal ball.
I have a glass.
Felix, tell us something more about AGL. What's coming on the next week?
Well, in the next weeks, we have, as already asked in the chat some time back, we have Rocket League in the next week, where definitely I know, for example, someone from, I think, the team, the Warriors, is very, very proficient with this one. We even have one person in our tournament who is a caster professionally for actual Rocket League tournaments. Not saying that ours isn't an actual one, of course, but still saying that's still playing on another level, of course. We don't want to deny that. Can
I kind of jump into this right now? You have two, because sure. I was also commentating the LCSX and LCS 21-22, even the World Championship.
Yeah, didn't want to take that away from you. But yeah, definitely Rocket League coming up next week then, where you also have to see me again. Same for Apex, which we will be commentating together then with Moodify as well. You've seen in the chat so far. Apex, although coming after a quick break of 1 week, which I mentioned before, we still have packed with streams for you. So definitely no time being wasted here on the Twitch. So you can still enjoy some other streams that will also continue after AGL. So if those streams excite you or you're curious about them, you can watch them here. And if you're excited about them, you can continue watching them after the AGL is over. And also, last but not least, and I think this for Florian is your preferred one, League of Legends to finish it off. It started the AGL last year, and this year it's the finale.
Yes. And I can't wait for it. Especially what I'm most interested in is not League of Legends, because I like the game a lot, and it's out of how do you say that, out of contest. I'm really looking forward to see what these players and these teams here are able to achieve with an Apex Legends.
Yeah.
Because Apex Legends Battle Royale game is really interesting to see. How are you competing against 100 other players or 57 other players? I guess in Apex it's 60 players, I guess.
On Apex it's 60 players.
Yes.
So we're currently still checking how we will fit all 24 players into the matchup, but we'll definitely find a way so everyone at least has to be in the same lobby with everyone at some point. And the first day will be probably around 3 arenas, Battle Royale day, and the top 8 of this Battle Royale who have proven themselves in the Battle Royale will move on into a normal double elimination arenas tournament on day 2. So also switching it up here, first trying to test their survival skills, and in the second half, testing their skills with their weapons to make sure that only the biggest of the brains and only those with the best skill can win this tournament. So definitely the one that has the most flexibility needed of the players.
Felix, I have a question, actually more coming from our players. How will the Epics week look like? So what is happening on each day?
That's what I just said. So first day will be Battle Royale for 3
Yes,
for 3 rounds.
Just again would be nice.
Yes, Battle Royale will be for 3 rounds on day 1, where, as I said, we'll try to make sure to put the players together so that everyone has to face everyone at some point, or has the chance to face everyone at some point, so everyone has an equal chance. And in the day 2, the top 8 of the Battle Royale day will face off in a 8-team arenas tournament, double elimination, to decide who will win. Since arenas matches tend to be quite short, we decided to put this all in one day. So it's going to be quite fun.
Which I'm really looking forward.
Yes, me too. I never had that before like that. So
well, I've seen some invitational stuff from the Apex Legends, but to be honest, it's one of my most favorite Battle Royale games because not only did Respawn put so much effort and so much time into this game to make it stand out from the competition of Warzone, PUBG, and especially Fortnite. So yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to see this.
Yes, definitely. But I think with that, we can go into a small ad and then a 10-minute break, I would say, to also have ourselves be refreshed so that we are fully active for you to commentate this last match.
Absolutely.
The grand finale of CS coming to you soon. So stay tuned after the break.
And don't go anywhere.
Yeah, don't go anywhere and cheer for the teams.
Woo, woo.
And we're back. And we finally have Rennie here. Rennie!
Hi, everybody.
Are you? Beam yourself over. Oh, we're doing great. We're doing great.
So I'm here at DEFCON and Gamescom. That's why I'm just here at my mobile in this wonderful hotel room, which is basically as big as a jail. Probably the jails out there which are bigger. But yeah, it's wonderful here. So I was just spending now 2 days at DEFCON, 1 day at Gamescom, running off my feet, to be honest. It hurts like hell. And I was really sorry that I couldn't join any earlier than now. So happy to be here. So how's it going?
Good. It's going great. It's really going great. Except for the fact that you're not here, but it's going great.
I feel you, Rennie. I feel you. I've been on Gamescom this morning since 9, and just went off at 3:30. So I feel you.
But tell us a little bit. How is it there? How are you representing Accenture Gaming?
From morning till evening. Basically, I was at DEFCON, as I said. I had a lot of connections to a lot of publishers and, of course, to a lot of people who were actually very interested into the Accenture Gaming League. So I hope they're watching us right now. And, of course, today I had a couple of meetings with several companies and also game developers. And the most fun part, I don't know if I'm allowed to say, I don't know. There was one game after the fall. They made an extra game run just for us. So it's with VR, shooting zombies and stuff like that. And I played that in the alpha version a couple of months or even a year ago. And they made just an extra run for us or for me. And they told me there is one level we can't beat it. And actually I did it. And they awarded me, give me a sec, I need to find it somewhere in my loot treasure here. You see there's a lot of loot, which I got. Here it is, this wonderful how's it called? Cap? I don't know. How's it called? They awarded me that for finishing the level. Actually, what they were not able to do. So awesome! I had a great day, except it's pretty warm.
Yeah, it is quite warm.
Super warm.
No, but Renee, it has been 3 incredible days. Very nice days, very cool matches, especially today. So the finalists are Team. That is actually their name. Against Smokes.
How's the name?
The name is Team.
Or Triple T.
Nah.
Team. Team.
Yeah, but it's Team
like that.
space and then Team.
I like that. That's creative.
Yeah, so yeah, they spent hours and hours and then over the weekend, of course, with a mind map how to name their team. But
Awesome.
Awesome, yeah.
And who's the other ones?
And the other ones are Smokes Greater Than Frag. And they're also very strong. They in their losers bracket, they had a very, very strong performance. And yes, I think it's gonna be a super interesting final, and we're extremely hyped up here.
Okay, so team is coming from the winner bracket, right?
Yes, exactly.
Right? Okay, cool. At least alone hearing the name, they just catch my heart already. So I love the name. Actually, that is creative. I love that one. Have not seen any of the matches yet, unfortunately. I will do that in a replay this evening. I'm watching the VODs. But just from the name, I love that name. So all the best to both teams, of course. I learned my lesson. All the best to both teams. May the force and may the bullets be with you. Yeah. So when is the match starting? So it's probably just
actually, it's actually 4 minutes. So Rennie, I'm very sorry, but we need to stop the interview now because we have another interview now. But next week you're live here on the camera as well.
With us.
Absolutely.
And can't wait for that. And by the way, get ready for some banana pizza.
I love that.
I promised. To be honest, guys, before we cut off this interview, I promised Kate to not mention banana pizza anymore. And what does she do?
It's Kate. What do you think?
I just want to say that's Kate. If you want that Kate is something not doing, just mention it that should do it. Then probably she's not doing it. Because I'm still lacking of that mail I asked you this afternoon.
Yeah, sorry, I couldn't make it.
It was vice versa. She told me not to do it, and now she's doing it herself. So
maybe it helps if I tell you not to do it, but I don't think it does.
To you. We see you next week. Success at Gamescom, and we switch to the next interview with Silgaro from
Thank you, folks.
Accenture.
Bye.
Have fun. Bye.
And we're back. Actually, with another player, Silgaro. Unfortunately, we cannot see his camera right now. But hey, Sil, how are you?
Well, I just got destroyed on stream. So I just uninstalled CSGO and sold all my skins. And here we are.
That was quickly.
Well,
do you realize that
I buy them off from you.
I want to say the tournament takes 50% of those sales, please. So that's the registration fee. No, sorry, I'm fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
No, but how are you, Sil? How is it? How were the games?
They were really good. I really thought that we'd have a chance for second place. Obviously, Smoke is better than Frag. We're more prepared. They played Rialto, which I've never played. I haven't played CSGO that much in like 6 months, so it was kind of extempore for me. And Kate asked me to actually join this tournament, so here I am now.
But honestly, making it to third place, it's quite an accomplishment if you say you're by yourself but you haven't played it for 6 months. So I would applaud to that, to be honest.
Yeah, actually, congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, we are obviously really happy with the result. No no saltiness there.
That's good. So you're not selling your skins then?
No, but I did uninstall CSGO.
Are you kidding me? But so, how is your team preparing for the next week? So, who's participating then in Rocket League, for example?
We have a meeting tomorrow to see all the quirks, but I think preliminary I'm playing in every game, and then Night Shadow is playing in League. Well, we'll see after tomorrow how it goes, but it seems that I'm playing in every single game.
Well, what I can tell you guys out there, Sil is a very strong Rocket League player. So let's see how it goes next week.
Yeah, let's see.
Right,
Another
so,
game that I haven't played in a while, but let's see.
well, you're a master of disaster, so you can always have a break for a long time and then you pop off like crazy. We know.
And Rocket League is easy to pick up, so best of luck, man.
Thank you, thank you.
You can do it. Well, Sil, we sent you all the best to Finland, because this is where Sil is based. And do you have some final words?
Sure. No. I hope that the last game will be good. Let the best team win.
I think the
Yes.
important question, nonetheless, is: do you have anyone you think who has the upper hand of those two teams? Your team has played against both of them, so anyone you have as a favorite for this final match?
I mean, Lerox is a monster.
Monster lyrics. Well, we'll see. The other teams are strong as well. So
Absolutely.
we are hyped. I'm so hyped. I can't wait.
Can we? Let's go,
We
let's
need
go,
to
let's go.
So we hear each other next week. And thank you so much for participating.
Thank you.
And have a great rest of the evening.
You do. Bye.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.
And we're back. We're back. We are, me and Fiilou, we are like,
Wedding to death, but
yeah,
hyped
and
to death as well.
super hyped. Because we can't wait to see the final. It's gonna be. Well, we heard Lerox apparently is a monster.
Yes. So we should call the Ghostbusters or anyone else. But yeah, I want to see. I don't care who wins this match. I don't care. I want to see 3 maps.
Yeah, guys,
I want to
do something.
Yes.
See 3 maps.
Make it happen, guys.
Yeah, Felix is just like, I'm surrounded by idiots.
Why? I just said I want to see 3 maps, and I guess he wants to see 3 maps as well, because who doesn't want to see a nice, awesome battle for the best first place in a Counter-Strike tournament?
I'm gonna get popcorn.
Well, for me,
Sure,
honestly,
go,
I think
go.
I think it's 2 ways in which this thing can go, because it either can go very one-sided, which would just be, I don't know why, but I would love to see that as well, simply because it would be continuing on a dominant performance. I don't know, I would think that would be quite interesting as well. But of course, seeing a couple of comebacks and everything would be even more interesting and exciting for the stream to keep the hype going. So let's see. I don't think we would need a 3rd match to keep this last match very interesting, of course. But yeah, my voice would probably say, please don't have a 3rd match, otherwise it's gone tomorrow. But yeah, I think
You
it's
have a
fine.
weekend to recover for next week.
Since we don't have a stream anyways tomorrow, I guess tomorrow I don't need my voice, but after that I would like to have it back.
Yeah, just what I want to say. You can go all out, mate, and then you can just rest until next week.
Yeah, I mean, otherwise I just have to drink more, and that's also fine, because then I don't get a dry throat.
I cheers to that.
All right,
And I heard
guys.
the map pick is ready, so let's take a look
Let's
at
go.
the
Yes, here we
final
go.
maps that we get to see. And we see Inferno has
Inferno.
not been
I
banned.
told you guys. I told you.
So we
I
see
told you.
Inferno being the first map picked by Team. Then we have a first one that we haven't seen before, which is, I think, Train.
It's Train.
Yeah, it's picked by Smoke Greater Than Frag. They had so far the upper hand on the, let's say, unusual maps with Rialto first and now Train. And the decider, once again, Overpass. So we have 3 very exciting maps to go. One we know is the strong side of Team. Might help them. But we also know that Smoke Greater Than Frag can adapt quite well to any map so far. So everything is open for this final match.
Well, what else to say? I want to see all three of them, but I'm really excited. I'm really excited for Train because Train was used to be one of my favorite maps to watch in competitive gaming, and seeing it here tonight is amazing. And especially we have to see it because you have to win 2 maps. So let's go.
Felix, are you as excited as we are? Because
yes, definitely. But
I think I need to get the seatbelt soon.
Well, for me, it's I'm excited, but I'm trying to keep calm so that the viewers can still hear my voice as normal as possible. And
you should completely go through the roof, man.
Yeah, I think we can keep it to the way it is right now. I'm trying to leave the hype to you guys as usual, and I'll just try to stick to the facts. Let's put it this way.
Absolutely. But before we go into the match, I want to make you guys take a look in the chat because we're still going for a second raffle, right?
That is actually very true. So last call out, guys, participate in the raffle, and later on, after this match, I'm gonna hit the roulette button again.
Yes, we
Will
do.
you do it?
It's too big of a burden or honor. I don't care. I don't know. I'll just push a button so that one of you guys out there who's sticking with us for the whole evening might get a little nice goodie bag.
Yeah. So,
are we ready?
Stay tuned.
Well, I don't think we're quite ready yet, so I'm putting the question I just put to.
I want to go.
So yeah, I'm going to put the question I just put to our interviewee of Zilgaro to you guys. Do you have a favorite for this upcoming match?
I do, but ladies first.
What do you mean favorite in terms of teams or in terms of players?
Teams.
Yeah, I do have a favorite.
Thanks. I
think the chat would like to know which one it is, but
I've been humbled, but you should pick between those teams.
Well, yeah, it's team.
Triple T, yes. I would agree on that before 2 matches before, because then Smoke, better than Frag, turned a clean victory of 9-0, which was really, really dominant demonstration of their power and possibilities of playing Counter-Strike Global Offensive. So I would like to see winning team winning, but I don't think that Smoke bigger than or greater than Frag will let them just be rolled over. What do you think, Felix?
Well, I think judging by the performance we just saw by Smoke greater than Frag, they are warm and they are ready. So I think they definitely have the upper hand, and I put my money on them, even though we don't vote for money, but still. I put my money on Smoke greater than Frag, simply because we've seen in last year's AGL that without the correct warm-up, it can go south really fast. And I'm putting a bit in question, and I'm happy to see this turned around. If team had the chance and the time to prepare enough to be as warm as Smoke greater than Frag is, as we've seen them right now. And I think this is the question that will be answered very soon on Inferno, because if they don't win here, I think this is a strong indicator that they're not warm enough.
Well, the question is if their lungs are still alive.
Well,
I don't know if I understand what you mean by that.
It's okay.
It's fine. It's Kate.
It's me. It's me.
As I've been told, it's just Kate. But yeah, well, let's see who is going to win. And what can we expect from Train, Felix? Because we haven't seen this map so far. And do you like the map, or is it something you would rather not see being played on?
Honestly, for me personally playing it, I despise Train with a passion. I really do not like this map. I don't like this map at all. But it definitely, if you know how to play it, it gives you a lot of corners, a lot of cover to make sure that you can actually use this map to your advantage very much. And we once again, with the different trains, also have the height difference that we just saw in Rialto as well, in the same area, being both on top of trains and below on the rail tracks, which can also give an interesting twist to this one. So definitely a different map to anything we've seen before so far. I'm not quite sure which bomb spot it's going to go for the Wingman tournament. Well, I'm excited to see that one as well. And yeah, it's going to be quite interesting to see.
Yeah, absolutely, because I have no idea which spot we will be playing on. I guess it will be A instead of B, because B will have a very good advantage for the commentators to, let's say, have an overview of it. I would rather go with A, especially because you can play between the long trains or the trains compared to the ones in the parking lot, parking lot for trains. So yeah, I guess it will be A spot.
Yep, I would guess the same. But I'm definitely excited to see if our guess is correct, or if otherwise we'll be humbled by Wingman. But let's see.
It is actually quite an interesting question I want to ask you, because I haven't played Wingman as often as I mentioned before. Can the spots variate or rotate? So is it sometimes B spot, sometimes A spot, or it doesn't make sense because you have different advantages for either side?
It's a good question, one that I at least do not know. I have played not that much Wingman myself. As I said, I'm usually better at just looking at people doing that and commentating it. And to be fair, I have not taken a look at whether or not it's always going to be the same spot. Judging by the amount of times we've seen Inferno and it always being the A side, I would assume that it's fixed, but I'm not sure about that. Okay, but I hear we can start, so maybe we can find that information in between the matchups.
Here they are.
Exactly, the first match for the best of 3, the grand finale of CSGO for the Accenture Gaming League. And we see whoever won the knife round got to pick their side.
Oh,
so Smoke Greater Than Frag starting on the CT side, already picking up one of them, giving away their position in pit. Lerox trying to be careful, taking the bomb.
Oh, nice headshot.
And while retreating, also taking care of Forney in the same way. Oh, but taking a headshot to the face here, only leaving him with 7 HP. Can he still win it? And this marks the first win for Smoke Greater Than Frag. And by the way, hey Alpha Wizard. Nice to see you in chat.
Hello.
Yeah, Smoke Greater Than Frag getting the first victory in this final. So let's see if this is going to help them, boost them in motivation. Definitely taking down Ryo rather quickly, both going for the SMG here, whereas Team still both on the Deagles. So probably saving to get better weapons in the third round. But we've seen so far in Inferno CT being the favorite spot for most of the teams. And now, of course, the important information, knowing that his opponent is on long, but also expecting him to rotate. So, very tense match. Lerox taking his time, trying to not push recklessly onto the side. Because even though he's outnumbered, he's by far not outgunned. But they're holding down, probably expecting to go from this side and take him down to get the second round win. The question is, will they stick to their SMGs or will they use the money to get better weapons? I would assume they stick to the SMGs, and we see both of Team's players now switching to the AK-47. Nice molly, but Lerox pushing through nonetheless. Not getting the initial hit, but now picking up dust while almost sacrificing all of his HP, but gaining them the numbers advantage.
No.
Now the 1v1 and Porny once again winning the round for his team. Definitely a valuable player so far in this tournament for Smoke Greater Than Frag. Carrying them so far a lot to victory, but definitely not dwindling Dust's performance so far. Also playing very great in this tournament.
And a nice pickup of the AK there, giving them the advantage over the double deagle for team. They have to make a echo round here now, so I guess this round will also go to Smoke Bigger Than Frag. except there will be some nice deagle headshots, but so far the utility and weapons are on the side of CT. So let's see what Lyrics is doing here, because I heard a rumor that he should be a monster, but will he be outflanked? Because that's having in his sight, and yeah, that's it for this round. So Smoke, bigger than Frag, goes in front with 4-0.
Yep, so far definitely continuing the dominating performance from before on the home turf of Team. Once again, to have to mention it, it's the favorite map that we're seeing right now of Team. They've chosen this one and are currently being humbled by Smoke greater than Frag. But of course, nothing is lost then. And a great flank by Porny, picking up both opponents while they try to push short. And we definitely see Lerox being marked as a monster. I think we also have a monster in form of a crying cat, if I look at the avatar, on the left side. I guess the avatar is what the opponents look like afterwards.
Nice usage of a utility here. Lurox with the AK. Porno with the AK and Lurox with the AK. And this time it seems they're taking more time to advance onto the bomb spot. But Porny is not really affected by the flash, and that's what Lurox get a taste of his AK. But on the other hand, Ryu gets a refrag.
Yeah, but Dust giving this information to his teammate, Porny, who can pick him up from pit, leaving them with only 3 rounds left to win in order to already have potentially the, let's say, upper hand in this best of 3.
Really clean play here from Smoke, bigger than Frag. Dust and Porny, they play just their hearts out, and they are so on par. And it feels like Team doesn't have any answer to their advances, but here Ryu with a nice headshot. Now it's Dust who is just 1 against 2. But he's using his timing.
They definitely lined
he's
up.
Using his time.
They lined up perfectly in a row for him to make sure that he can get both of them. As you know, some of the bullets travel through the first opponent to hit the second one.
Yes.
And therefore picking them both up at the same time. As we see by the intense amount of mollies by Smoke, Ritter, and Frag, they are literally on fire. Even in chat, we already see the question, is this real life? Or are they dreaming? I mean, team, potentially not warm enough, I guess. So maybe this will just be the warm-up game for them, and they can return in the follow-up matches. Who's to tell? But now definitely both teams showing a more calmer approach. Porny this time not pushing down short, but staying behind and making sure.
Oh, nice one.
Very nice flick to get Lerox out of the game. Can they also use the numbers advantage to take care of Ryo in the same process? They so far they now have spotted him as well, and they take it a very clean first
8-0.
half.
Yep.
That's what I was talking about. That's what I was talking about. Seeing the team of Smoke, bigger than Frag going into this matchup. They are so hyped. They played a couple of games today. They don't have to warm up. They even made a 9-0 before. So this could be a very, very quick one. But we still have the side change we're coming to now. So team has to wake up and do something, actually.
Yeah, and in Smoke, Rate, and Frag only has to win 1 round here. A nice trade by Porny here as well. Can he win the 1-on-1 versus Lerox with the pistols to decide this early for his team? Or will Lerox keep his own team alive for another round? He does.
Good job.
We also see nice puns in the chat. I like it a lot. But I also like the sprites that we see on the different weapons here to add onto these.
Do you use Sprite yourself, Felix?
It's not my favorite drink, but it's worth it.
Right?
But definitely both.
I thought about stickers on the map on the weapons. I'm sorry.
We see CT definitely the favorite side of team, holding down the holding down the fort on A side.
Both teams actually rather fancied by CT side than T side, as it seems.
Yes, and definitely the pressure. There's comeback time already in the chat. It could definitely be a comeback time. but the pressure is on team. They have to win every single round. One slip up could cost them the game here, as we see an eco.
Apps. There's nobody watching apps.
Yeah, we see an eco though from Smoke, Rayton, and Frag. So potentially with the eco, that could cost them this round, but they can come back even stronger in the next. So even if they lose this round, they have a lot of money. And one of their team is now being known on short, them pushing forward. And also seeing now the opponent on balcony, which he will also have communicated to his teammate, making sure they stay in for another round.
Rio, just awesome spray pattern there. Make usage of the SMG's fast-paced damage to bring team back. But still, there's a long way to go. They have to win every round, and Smoke, Bigger than Fractures have to make it one time to go 1-0 in this best of 3.
Exactly, and they have all the time in the world to make sure that this one round can happen. And here we already have through the flash still managed to defeat Rio. And now the 2v1, can they use this to win this first out of potentially 3 matches? If they win, they would be on their picked match for, let's say, a match point then afterwards. So this also another advantage. Now we see Lerox placing himself in mini pit, while I think team trying to get the plant down to put pressure on him.
Oh, nice.
Half-life for Lerox, but definitely still making sure. And Porny picks him up in pit, winning the first out of 3 for Smoke, Rayton, and Frag. And now they have the advantage because the pressure is on for team to come back from this. They have to win both matches to win.
Nice game.
It's very thrilling. So we will see.
But to be honest, I haven't, even though I was thinking about, predicting that Smoke is going to be having a very good time against team, starting with the CT side on Inferno, but going 8-0 straight is ridiculous. Especially against team, who are considered the best team so far because they make it through the upper bracket finals to the grand finals. So what do we make of this?
I mean, as we said, right, Smoke's Credit and Frag was already playing for a while. I mean, they were top performing the whole time, and they're eager to win. So, and I think team didn't have that much time to warm up. I think they just need to find the momentum. So let's see if they can find the momentum in the next match. But yeah.
And now we're going on train.
Yeah, and I think the title to pick up, to say which one is the best team of this tournament is now very much competed for. Because I think Smoke, Rayton, and Frag said, you might have won the winner's bracket, but we are here to show you that we will win the tournament. So excited to see if they can, excited to see if they can actually follow up with this incredible performance in the coming rounds.
Before we follow up on that, guys, we are pushing the button again.
Push.
Another time to win for someone to win in the chat. So let's see who's going to win.
Hold it.
3,
2,
1. Alpha Wizard!
I like it. Freshly joined for the last match, and here, at least for the chat, and now you already have won something. Congratulations.
So Alpha Wizard, I'm not sure if you're on our Discord server, but if you are, if you want, here is the link.
Nice.
And just message me directly, and then we figure out where to send it to. Congratulations again.
Congratulations, you win my heart.
Oh, Jesus.
Shall he slice it out again?
But what does my heart has is Train. And Felix, I was asking you about Train. What do you think in this matchup, what we can expect from Train now?
I think Train has, in my opinion, for this tournament, a similar standpoint as Rialto had before. I think a pretty unknown page, and very interesting, in my opinion, that against Smoke, Rayton, and Frag choosing this map, definitely the unusual maps being picked by their team. So I think it's pretty open to see who will win, and I think the first couple of rounds will give us a good indication for it. But Smoke, Rayton, and Frag picked this match, this map entirely. So they will have a plan. The question is, can team, with the pressure on, still adapt and try to come back to give us a third match?
That
or
would be
will it
awesome.
be decided?
That would be awesome. As I mentioned before, I want to see 3 maps from both of these teams because they deserve it. Not only because they are the best teams in this tournament so far, because we also deserve it to see best Counter-Strike nowadays. So
yeah,
I want to see 3 maps. Come on, guys.
Yeah, and also quickly, who do you need to message? You need to message La Kate, or I think she's just Kate in the Discord channel. You just have to message her, and she will tell you all of the remaining details you need. We now also heard that they will start rather soon, so it's only a matter of time before we then actually get to see the second match and potentially the last match of the best of 3. If it's the last match, it is also the last match of this entire tournament. So the stakes are high, the pressure is on, and excited to see who's going to win.
Absolutely. And coming from the match before, I would say it is... to be honest, it's a really difficult question to answer, to find the right answer to it, because both teams have comeback quality, but so far, Smoke bigger than Frag. Damn. Is the more consistent team, I think. But yesterday, team showed us that they can overcome any obstacle. So I want to say this team is better, but this team is better, and this team is better, and I don't know. I just want to see the best team win, and I want to see nice Counter-Strike.
I think the question for the best team is definitely out in the open, and this is what the finale will, of course, decide. And I think the big question will be team has not lost, I think, a single match during this entire AGL. This one being their first. The question is, will this get into their head, or will they be able to recover? I know both the players are rather competitive when it comes to such tournaments and such ideas. So definitely their competitive spirits now being, let's say, triggered. So let's find out if they're actually going to turn this entire game around, or if Smoke, Rate, and Frag will continue. I heard the game is starting, so we can jump right in.
Let's go.
Map number 2, and I think the knife round once again already over. So we see team this time starting on the CT defending side, and it's being the A side that's being played on, which is very interesting. So our guess was correct. And Smoke, Rate, and Frag trying to advance from T side. See them both going towards Ivy. Already a very nice shot on Lerox, leaving with only 15 HP, but of course giving this information to his teammate that they now are aware of their position. So can they pick them up as they go out of Ivy?
Nice shot.
Nice headshot by Porny, and now we hear once again see the name-giving Smoke trying to protect them. But here you see great team play. They always switch up who's looking into which corridor. So both Ryo and Lerox making sure they have both of the side covered as they know that their opponent is here. Lerox being picked up right now, and Ryo takes the trade to put the first win on team side.
Nice one. So this is what I want to see. I want to see comeback from team, and they show us so far. Well, okay, obviously it's the first round, but this is what I want to see.
Yes, definitely. And we see now the Ivy strat, again, a very nice strategy that I see from team. They did this time try a different approach, taking care of Ryo in the place, and now already knowing where they have to expect Lerox to come from, putting the pressure on and also getting a bit of money by planting the bomb here. Very important. The question is, can they also take Lerox out to even the score? Yes, they can.
Stop. I mean, yes, I can. Yeah, I was
definitely can.
I was on the other way around. I'm sorry. But yeah, this is also something I'm not sure. I'm torn apart when it comes to Wingman staying on a sniper. I think it's like it's a two-bladed sword. On the other hand, yeah, of course, you have the advantage when it comes to the range. but on the other hand, you're very vulnerable to close quarter, and especially when it comes to SMG, they just fill you up with bullets as fast as possible, while the SMG, while the sniper is taking its time.
Yep, it comes to the point of can they keep the distance when they have the sniper, and we see both of them running together through Ivy, this time taking out Ryo.
Ooh, nice.
But Lerox with the deagle waiting for them already in the distance. And once again, the smoke, probably to try and get the plant down once again, putting the pressure on Lerox. So we see a lot more usage of the bomb on trains so far. I mean, we're only 3 rounds in, but it's already more. The question is, can they also take Lerox out to make sure they win this round for their team as well? Lerox expecting one of them to be on top of the bomb carriers. Yeah, he's on the pressure. He has to make sure to defuse the bomb or defeat both players. Well, actually both of it. But so far, he seems to be slowly but steadily picked off by Smoke, Rayton, and Frag.
Yeah.
And there it is.
This was very nicely played, as a wingman team should do, using their manpower to outmaneuver the opponents, and especially using the tactic of planting the bomb to force the opponent to act.
Exactly. We see an eco side on team. So potentially an eco round on team side. So potentially already a very important point of a nice headshot. And Porny still takes it home with the Uzi. Definitely the preferred weapon for him so far. Extending the lead for Smoke, Rayton, and Frag. And we see that chat is divided if we will have a third match or not. And we see now another different approach. This time, both teammates splitting up. One trying to go down the ladders, but Lerox potentially hearing the steps already, expecting him to come down, picking up dust as he tries to climb down the ladder, while also taking quite a lot of hits, so he's very low. And a very good nade by Ryo here, taking a lot of HP off of Porny, putting him a bit on the spot. And Lerox being picked up, but Ryo with the trade, using the opportunity for them to win the round. And very nice, Ryo picking up the AK from the opponent and passing it to his teammate Lerox, since he had more money and therefore was able to afford a better weapon, leaving his teammate not hanging, but great team play we can see right here. Okay, they once again try to go for the split up. Will it work this time, or will once again Lerox expect someone to go down the ladder? I mean, we've seen Smoke versus Frag, Smoke, Rayton, and Frag so far switching up their tactics quite fast, so maybe it's also an interesting strategy to keep one tactic for a couple of rounds, even if it hasn't worked right away. Porny definitely being picked off quite well, but still alive, can still utilize this information to give to his opponent who's already out. Nice flick trying to take down Ryo. Now again the 2v1, but Lerox still with full HP and not to be underestimated. Still no plant down. Oh, very good information. By taking off dust, Lerox gave away his position, which he of course had to, which helped Porny pick up the round win for his team. See also in the chat, wake up Lerox. So they try to awake the monster. The question is, can he be awoken or not? And also a very, very interesting strategy here. This time, instead of flashes, instead of trying to run down one area, really trying to make no step, leaving the opponent in the dark of where they're going to come from. And picking up Lerox this time on Ivy. And now it's 1v2, Ryo versus the other two. Can he defend the side from Smoke, Rayton, and Frag, who so far has shown great teamwork when they still had two of their team members alive?
But still a close match so far.
Definitely nothing is decided for this moment. But now Ryo's position already available to the opponent team. What can they make of this information? Dust takes it home for his team, putting them in the 5-2 lead. It's the last round of the first half. If Smoke and Frag wins this, they only need to win 3 rounds as the defending team, which doesn't seem that hard to do for them.
Yeah, wanted to say it seems manageable.
Exactly. This time, apparently a more aggressive strategy, trying to directly go to Ivy. So far, it worked quite well for them. But we see also team. This time expecting them here, having both players trying to defend the Ivy spot. And we already see Ryo circling back to make sure they're both on the entrance. Of course, still unknown to Smoke and Frag, who still expect them to be in the other direction. But will probably by now have realized that their opponents from this side are potentially gone and already moved back to the site. Both teams taking their time. So far, since the bomb isn't down, the pressure is on Smoke greater than Frag to win this round. If they stall at the time, it's the win for team.
Aww.
And here directly the first headshot on Ryo.
Nice pickup.
Lerox avenging his teammate, leaving Porny and Lerox, probably the so far announced better players of either team, against each other. And Lerox takes it home, putting the match closer for the second half.
And here they go. 3-5. That's I would say, a good position to go from for team.
Can they still turn it around?
That's what I'm looking forward to.
Yes, we will now see if this is a very T-sided map. So far, I wouldn't say it's sided on any side from the judging by the score, but maybe the T side will suit team a bit better. It could also be that the CT side, the defending position, is better for Smoke Crater and Frag. They have shown to have great coordination and teamwork. And now, of course, the position known already of the opposing team.
Oh.
Can they use this to their advantage? Porny picking up Lerox, Ryo already very down, and giving the pistol round of the second half to Smoke Greater than Frag here.
Nice pickup there from Porny, showing once again his exquisite weapon skills. So yeah, 2 more rounds for Smoke bigger than Frag, and it's a done deal. So team has to find a way to come back, to strike back, and otherwise we will have a clean 2-0 for Smoke bigger than Frag.
Ryo taking out Dust, very calm, already pushing quite a bit towards the not towards the T spawn. I made a mistake since they are the T side. But nonetheless, Porny with the SMG has shown to be very, very dangerous and proves the point once again right here.
Nicely done. Match point?
Not yet. They still have to win 2 more rounds in order to win.
Soonish. I want to say the match point is coming closer.
Okay.
So let's see what does team have back up their sleeves, because they have to pull every card they can play out now. Otherwise, it's a done deal. And we, as a objective commentary duo, we are here, a trio. We want to see more maps.
Yeah.
Definitely, but we see Porny pulling quite back and still damaging Ryo quite a bit. So Smoker in fact definitely on the defensive side, but now team putting the pressure onto Smoke Greater than Frag and making sure they stay in this matchup.
Nice pickup there, and yeah, well, it ain't over until the fat lady sings, as it's being called in English. So let's see what team has left.
Exactly. So definitely we see Smoke Greater than Frag on a eco round right here. They only had pistols, so sacrificing this round to have better weapons then later on. But of course now giving more money also to team as they've won this round. And Lerox with the dreaded AWP. He has it now. Can he make use of it? It seems they only had a very slow start, but now definitely showing signs of a comeback. Can they make it
nice,
through?
nice grenade.
A very nice nade taking out Lerox in the process, and we see already Dust having felt the pick off on ladder, now trying to do the same to team, as both of them are staying very defensive, even though they already have one player down, not trying to rush in, but taking their time, as since they're now CT, the pressure is on Ryo to either get the bomb down or defeat both opponents. And now his position being known, you can be sure that Porny also knows that information right away. As you can see him already on the map rotating. So the question is, what can he make of this information? It's a very calm match, but he can see now also the position of Porny known to Ryo. The other one still unknown. And again, Porny taking a very long route. Whereas Ryo probably will now try to get the bomb down to put the pressure on Smoke, Rachel, and Frag to have to come to him. But they approach him from behind, giving the match point to Smoke, Rachel, and Frag. Now, team has to win every single round. Otherwise, we have a winner.
It's a done deal, and Smoke, bigger than Frag, they have to close the case now. If they give this away, I will say team will make it and win the next map.
Yeah, they're definitely awaiting somebody from A, but seeing that they're in this time, nobody has come. Dust stays behind to keep a lookout on this one as Porny goes to try and defend the Ivy side, where we see team has both players trying to go down here and picking up Porny right away. Great reactions by Ryo here.
Flashbang.
Question is, can Dust win this for his team? Of course, them sweating now as their victory is close in reach, but they still have to work for it. It's not guaranteed. So definitely one of the players will be shaking. And a very interesting positioning on top of the train, not down below. But team keeping their cool and keeping themselves in the match for longer. The second out of 3 match points that Smoke, Rachel, and Frag has to try and win this match before team can turn it around. And you will know that if team wins this, it will definitely be a motivation boost since they turned this match around. Whereas Smoke, Rachel, and Frag was so close to the victory that losing this would definitely be quite the punch in their morale in order for the last matchup. Once again, an eco round on Smoke, Rachel, and Frag, so they really try to push for this last round, unless they, of course, get the upper hand on team right here. But Ryo making quick work of Porny, now placing the bomb, also putting the pressure on Dust. Can Dust still pick up one of the opponents? Taking a headshot straight away, but picking off Ryo right here. But Lerox takes it for his team to make sure. Yeah, and now we have the final round. Will they be tied, or will Smoke, Rachel, and Frag win? We can see with weapons they're pulling out all the stops.
Overtime. I'm calling it now.
Exactly. It could be going into overtime, or it could be going into Smoke, Rachel, and Frag's win. Yeah, exactly.
Winning time.
Exactly. Can they celebrate already, or do they still have to do more work? See both teams now very, very defensive. They both know what's at stake here. And no team wanting to make a mistake, staying very far behind. And once again, a strategy switch up by Smoke, Rachel, and Frag, as they are very close to their own spawn, as opposed to out on the map where they have been in the previous rounds. So definitely something unexpected for team, as they're going into this matchup right now. And even though they're probably hear the steps, still not moving, still taking their time. Now a Smoke coming out to try and block them off the bomb side.
The position should be known to CT side.
Yeah.
Yes, but they're making good work to not make sure that team actually has their position as well. Now planting the bomb, but still trying to not move too much. Can they pick him off here? Porny with the pick off of Lerox, putting the numbers advantage on their side. Can they turn this around? Ryo taking out one of them. But Horny takes it up, and now we can safely assume, since you have enough time, that is the win of AGL, the CSGO tournament for Smoke greater than Frag. Congratulations. Well played from both sides.
Very nice. Very nice. Very close.
Very close.
Damn. That was a very awesome game.
Yep, it was.
I wish we could go on the third map, but hey, to be honest, honored do the honor is, so honor to Smoke bigger than Frag.
Yes, and I think we definitely had a very, very close match to finish off this finale. So most definitely, both teams giving their all for this one. We saw that Team was warm in this second match, but sadly, the hype on Smoke Greater and Frag side was too much for them, leaving them still in a very comfortable spot for the next upcoming tournaments, since they are still in second place for the overall tournament. But the winner is Smoke Greater than Frag. So we are very, very excited to announce the first winner of this year's AGL.
Congratulations. It's been such an amazing run for the team. Honestly, I don't, to be honest, on any other day, it could have gone the other direction. So for Team to win. But yeah, Smoke bigger than Frag. Congratulations.
But well-deserved second place.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very well-deserved.
But place number 1 in my heart for the best name.
True. Absolutely true. And phenomenal players.
Well, speaking of names, the leaderboard is currently being prepared in the background so that we can show to you in a few moments. And you haven't seen all the names yet, I think, Florian. So there you'll have, for everyone who hasn't yet seen all the names, all of the viewers in chat as well, you will get to see all the names of the teams participating in AGL. So far, some teams have already been kicked out in the first round on Monday, which was not streamed. So some teams you didn't even get to see or hear in this matchup so far. But in a few moments, you will most definitely be able to witness the creativity that all of our great team captains and team members have for this year's AGL. And I think this year, and until last year, unlike last year, we actually do not have a theme. Last year, they all had their team number somewhere in their team name. This year, it's different.
And we have a chance to talk soon to the teams. First with the winning team, then with team. And yeah. So I think they are ready.
I am, yeah. My mate is...
Good. You guys get ready, and then we pull you in.
Exactly. So I think for that, I think we can go into a small break until both are ready to also be interviewed. And then we can come back and hear the voices of our winners and of our very close but well-deserved second place as well. See you soon.
Yes. And here we are again with our 2 winners from our CSGO finals.
Absolutely.
Well, welcome, guys. How are you doing? How does it feel?
Feels good.
Business, yeah.
Shout out to Iron though for doing the last couple of days.
So, how was the match for you? Playing against team.
Even though it seemed easy, probably as a viewer, sometimes it was not really easy. Like
especially on
no easy
train.
gameplay. Yeah,
How did you prepare for this match, actually?
not really. Like Wingman is a lot of like there's a lot of lucky rounds, a lot of like where it's especially on T side if you get the entry frag or not.
Mm.
So it's more like about being in the zone than just like I don't know. We didn't prepare any maps or so. Rialto was like also a fun pick because it's like it's more about aim and game sense then if people don't know the map. And yeah, so we knew they would pick
Nice.
Inferno though, because like
Yeah, everybody picks Inferno.
Yeah.
Inferno actually. So.
You've seen it a lot now, so now it's
Yeah.
enough.
So I was really astonished that you guys are going to play on Train. So what were your thoughts on seeing Train there for being played?
Well, we picked it.
Yeah, I mean, you picked it. I picked it, but we haven't seen it so far during the whole week. So, did you prepare Train? Because you said you didn't prepare anything, but because you played Train, it was just like you liked the map.
It's mostly that, like, especially the CT-sided maps, like especially on Wingman, they're like even more CT-sided. It feels, and like I personally feel very comfortable on T-side Train, and I think Tony does as well. So
yes,
that was kind of a, like you need to have kind of clutch moments on T. So that's kind of why we picked Train.
And in the last, because before you put the end to the whole match, were you like a little bit nervous because team came back so strongly?
Yeah, especially like they did crazy headshots, Lirox and Ryu. Like when we had T side, I don't know, I think they warmed up a bit, and then on their T side they just hit everything. Like there were like some rounds where Lirox had like a Deagle and just shot me in A main, and I peeked with an AK and just that was very sad.
I wanted to know because the second to last map rounds you decided to go on an echo so that you have a full setup for the last round. Was this intentionally, or was it just like, okay, hey, let's try this way so we can go on in a decider round with the full equipment?
Yeah, like we either had like I think 3,900 around there for like the second last round, and then with the loser bonus we had like also like around 3.5k or something for the last round. So we kind of just decided, okay, we will just do one round with low chances of winning and one round with high chances of winning.
Okay, so guys, what can we expect from your teams in the rest of the tournament?
I have no idea. Like Rocket League next week. I think we have one guy who actually plays Rocket League very decently. And I also think we have one guy who plays League of Legends decently. But as I know, League of Legends will be played 5v5, right?
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Okay, and like also like a full round, there won't be any like win conditions or anything.
As far as I know, yes, but for that we will then also give the briefings, of course, in time before the chat as well. You can read it in the rule book, but we will also brief you once again before the tournament start.
League of Legends will probably be the hardest game.
Hey, it's the best game in the world. Come on, guys, get hyped for League of Legends. Okay, it's Counter-Strike for you. It's Counter-Strike. It's fine. but to be honest, Dust and Borny, thank you very much. And I guess my colleagues does have any questions?
No.
Okay.
Not anymore. No,
nothing from my side as well. So just once again, congratulations also from my side. A very, very entertaining for me also to commentate. So thanks a lot for the exciting match you gave us.
Yes, super exciting match.
Thanks. Yeah. All right.
Okay, guys.
Have
a good one. Enjoy your evening. And once again, congratulations.
Congratulations. And we will talk now to team.
Great.
They will be here in any minute. So I think right after the ad break, we will talk to them as well.
So stay tuned.
Stay tuned. And here we are again. Okay, very calm and quiet team.
Hello.
Guys.
Hello.
How are you guys? How was it for you?
How was the game?
Mm-hmm.
I was a little bit disappointing, but the guys played great, I have to say.
Yeah, they played really well.
Well, obviously you guys played well as well. So because you were always close to, especially in the last map, it could have gone either way. How did it feel for you to play on Train? Because we haven't seen this map so far during the tournament.
Much better than Inferno to me. I'm not sure if you watched Inferno in the beginning. That was a little bit rough. Yeah.
I think like the hard point at Inferno was we always started CD side on every game until now. And we always had like the weak point at Inferno on T side. So we didn't really get to play the CD side a lot. And Train was better, a lot better, because I think we had like was warming up too after the first T side half. But it wasn't enough because they were better than us anyway. So GG's to them for sure.
Yeah, GG. But you took a fight straight to them, and you can be proud of your accomplishment because you are second place from so many teams. So it is something you can be proud of.
Yeah, and I think with that placement also, of course, the question now comes in. You're in a very comfortable spot of all the teams for the remaining match days. So what is your plan going into, for example, Rocket League next week or overall just the remaining tournament?
So Rocket League, we have one good player and then one decent player and me that never played the game. So it's going to be interesting. Apex similar, and LoL, I think we have a decent team. So yeah, our strategy is to win Counter-Strike and to win League of Legends. We did fairly good on Counter-Strike, so yeah, next up we are aiming to do good on League.
Well, it's all about collecting points overall. So there's still hope.
Yes. They've been second place. There's
still hope.
No. They did good, and I'm really looking forward to see you guys competing against the other teams in the other teams, matches and games.
Well, but your team name is highly in favor.
You won the Golden Pineapple so far.
Yes.
Pineapple so far, but there will be still some contenders, and at the end of the AGL, I will give you guys, if you win, the Golden Pineapple.
That sounds awesome. I'm looking forward to that.
All right. Some final words.
Well, the CSGO tournament was very fun. Like, this was my first time participating this year. So I'm looking forward to next year too. Just to win next time, maybe. Would be nice.
Yeah, for me, it's now second place. Last time I had a better excuse why I was second place. This time I just couldn't win. But yeah, next year I'm gonna come much more prepared. I can assure you that.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too.
Get ready for the next season.
Yeah.
The training starts now.
All right, I'm gonna practice with Kate.
Maybe. Yeah, okay. Win this done together. All right. But maybe, the others told us that they were going for a run, eating well, sleeping enough. So maybe you should change your strategy instead of smoking.
No, I think I didn't smoke enough. I think this time
Okay,
I wasn't calm enough.
This could be a change of plans. You should next time you should be completely wasted.
Probably.
Yeah, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for a thrilling game.
Yes. Thank you for your time.
We were sweating in the background.
Still, I have to change.
We need to cool down.
We finished.
And yeah, we will see you next week.
See you guys.
Thank you. See you guys.
See you.
Thank you. See you. And we are back, and now we can actually see the leaderboard here. So we saw already people wanting to go from the stream. We're not quite done yet, but we're close. So you can see once again all the teams, also those which you have not seen before. And of course, Smoke, Rate, and Frag winning the CS tournament, and therefore so far being in the lead, followed closely by Team, and Accenture in third place. So yeah, we definitely have a first tendency of teams to look out for, but as we said before, nothing is decided yet. As you see, if you're eliminated early, you only get 20 points. So this leaderboard can shift quite a bit. So yeah, Kate, Florian, what's your thoughts on this leaderboard as we have it right now?
To be honest, I can't really tell anything about this so far because we are still at the beginning of the AGL. So I would rather answer your question next week so we can see some tendencies from maybe the teams who are still currently in lead position, if they can hold them at second or first place, for example, or if there will be some other teams who make a name for themselves. So far, it's well deserved to Smoke and Bigger Than Frag to be first place. As we've seen, they played so good and well Counter-Strike and Team as well. So yeah, I'd rather answer this question next week.
Yeah, we need to see, because last year we had some people being more like at the bottom, and then they had collected quite a lot of points, and then they actually made it to be third or fourth. Also, Perplex Pandas, actually, they were similar position as now, and then they won it. So there's still hope for everybody, and yeah, just keep on playing, keep on practicing, work together, and
then you win.
Then you win.
Then you win.
Back to you, Felix.
Yeah, I think with that, we're excited to see how it's going to go next week with Rocket League. So that's what's going to come up next on Tuesday. So every team can now prepare for that. It's going to be a 3v3 double elimination tournament. So a lot of exciting matches that we're going to see. And yeah, so far, I think we can go into the final words of today. What do you have as the, let's say, closing statement for today's tournament, or the first tournament in general?
Well, if I may, I loved it so far. I saw so much good Counter-Strike, so much passion from the players. I loved the reaction of the chat. They were always active, and so I couldn't ask for any better tournament right now. And I'm really looking forward to Rocket League. But the last words should be with you.
Well, it was very thrilling. I loved it. I loved the. It's always cool to see at the beginning when the teams are a bit like scared and they don't know what to do, don't really know what to expect. And then they are bam in this game, and then they get so hyped up, and then they're actually glad that it continues, because they're so in this momentum to go. So thank you everybody for joining us and for being here and making this a great event. I can't say it more enough. Thank you so much to the Orga team in the background. You guys are amazing, making this whole thing happening. I know it's crazy all the time in the background. Love you guys. And also,
thanks to Felix.
Of course, also thanks to Felix, who is also part of the Orga team, but also thanks to Timo, Sindra, Ty, Nico, Kevin, Christina, who are all in the background doing the best job to make this happen. And then also, finally, thanks to Roccat, our partner, for sponsoring the giveaways and as well as the prizes. And also thanks to Heartbeat. Soon we will also display the heartbeats of the players during the game. And also, thank you so much to Master Blaster, who provided us this tournament platform for CSGO, making it a lot easier for us to handle it in the background, and also better experience for the players. So thank you all for hopping on the train. I'm looking forward to see this again.
And of course, last but not least, this entire stream would not be possible without our streaming partner, Good Game Global. So great thank you to all the support for setting up everything here and making sure the stream runs as smoothly as it did. We couldn't do it without you, and we're very happy to have you. And yeah, just wanted to mention that as well.
Alrighty. I think that's it, guys.
That's it. Wish you all a lovely night. We will see you next week. When, Felix?
On Tuesday.
On Tuesday.
Rocket League.
Yes.
Exactly.
All right. Then have a lovely night. See you next week.
Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
See you next week.
And stay healthy.